Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at GarageBand and Beyond. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different, sort of on the more and beyond side of my channel. But, I would assume a lot of you will find this interesting and valuable. I'm sure a lot of you are over watching Marty practicing your guitars and working with your bands and all that. And then you're coming over to my channel and learning how to record your demos and all that kind of stuff. And now you have a band and you got a demo and you don't know what to do, but you want to get some gigs. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to start talking about bands because a lot of us are in bands, but I also will talk about instrumentalists. We'll get to that. So if you're in a full band and you've made your demo and you have your, a website and you have your Reverb Nation page and you have a Twitter account and all that stuff is, your online presence is all established, because that's a very important part of being in a good band, is being visible even when you're not playing. Really, really important. But you do want to get out there and get gigs. The number one thing, now this is primarily for people in the United States because the resource I'm going to talk about only deals with the United States, but that's called the Indie Bible. Indie Bible, and I definitely have a link for that below. It is an awesome resource if you are trying to book your band in any part of the United States. They have everything, every single club, every single theater, every little bar, every radio station, every newspaper. It's all there. It's categorized by city and genre. It's unbelievable. I've been using that thing for the last, 8 years or something, 8 or 9 years. And it's awesome. It's so easy to use. You can download a PDF and it's really cheap. It's like $20 or something like that. They have a venue, the Indie Venue Bible, and then like the Indie Promotion Bible. So there's two that you can get, and they're really inexpensive, but they make the job so much easier to just finding venues. And, and these are venues that pay, because I know a lot of you are concerned. Sometimes the pay is not great, but it depends on your band. If you're a good band and you're selling a lot of tickets, you should be okay. Now, the other thing is too, if you're sort of just getting started, if you're, in high school or whatever, if your band's just getting off the ground and you're trying to figure out what's the easiest way to go play a couple of songs at a bar or whatever, there are jam nights all over the place. Like, I live in Philadelphia and I'm aware of a jam pretty much every single night of the week. Like Monday through Thursday, I know where all the jams are because I go to them still. Even though I play, almost every weekend, I'm still going to the jam nights just because it's fun. And sometimes the people from Sunshine Superman come with me. And even though Sunshine Superman plays a ton of gigs, we will still go to a jam night and play because it's fun to play. You meet people. You become part of your local music scene. And that is essential, not only for you guys as a band to be, out there and active, but essential for the music scene in general. If nobody's going out to these jam nights or going to any of the gigs, there is no music scene. So it's important to remember to support your live music scene, definitely. But point is, jam nights are a great way to get yourselves out there and exposed to the club owners, whoever's there that possibly books the bands at those venues. If you're there and your band is good, you go up after your set and you go like, hey, I'd really like to play here sometime. How do I do that? So I always encourage people to go to jam nights all the time. Now, there's a few components you have to have. And like I was saying before, you have to have really like a decent, at least an online presence. Like if you're just getting started out, you should definitely have a Reverb Nation page. You should definitely have some sort of website, like Bandcamp is a great way to come up with a free website for your band. There's lots of different things, but you have to have some sort of online presence because you want people to be able to see your band even when you're not playing. I mean, YouTube channels, hands down the most important thing, if you ask me, as far as like your calling card. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like the Sunshine Superman YouTube channel, I love that thing because it's just always there. It's always working for us. We've worked really hard, made a lot of nice looking and good sounding videos on there. And, that's that. So that's my advice for bands. Get the Indie Bible, especially if you live in the United States. And, definitely hit the jam nights. Otherwise, just pay attention if those ideas aren't like blowing you away or anything. Definitely pay attention to the local bands in your area and just see where they are playing, sending out a kind and courteous email, which is short and to the point, with links to your songs and your demos and stuff. And a picture is always a good idea. You can always do that too. Just, go to the website of the club, find the contact page. There's usually sort of like a booking area. Go to that, fill it in, good luck. I mean, it's hard, but you have to be consistent. You have to be diligent. Like if you don't just send one email and expect a response. Sometimes you have to send like 3 or 4 emails, and they're all going to be kind and courteous. Say, I know you're a busy guy. We'd really like to play at your venue. Let me know if you have some nights open for us. That kind of stuff. Remember, you can't just send out one email and expect people to actually respond, because it's just never going to happen. You have to follow through. Okay, so that's bands, 5 minutes on bands. Now, next part is if you're just a solo instrumentalist, like, if you're just a guitar player and you're always been a sideman and you're, without a band and you're looking for gigs, the thing that I use a lot is Craigslist is great because it's free and there's constantly people uploading, ads. We're looking for bass players. We're looking for guitar players. Craigslist is great because it's free and there's a high turnover rate of people on there. The other thing is jam nights. Again, you got to go to these jam night things. Sometimes there's full bands playing, and then sometimes there's just a bunch of guys who are like, I don't have a band. I'm here by myself, but I do have my guitar and my amp or whatever, And I can't tell you how many times I've ended up on a stage with 5 complete strangers or however many, and played 15 to 20 minutes worth of music. And it was just awesome. I don't know anybody's name. I've never met anybody, but we're all up there. We have a common goal. It's just a great feeling. And it's just a fun thing to do, but it's also a really important part of networking in your local music scene as a solo player. The more people see you, the more people will, and if you're good, if you've been watching guitar jams, and really practicing your pentatonic scales and stuff, you're definitely going to, you want to go out and impress people. And the more you go out and play live, the better you're going to get. And the better you get, the more people will want to work with you. The whole point of what I'm trying to say about solo instrumentalists is you really, at every turn, every day, you have to put yourself out there. You cannot sit at home. You can't just hope that someone calls or look online. You really have to put yourselves out there. You have to go see bands that are playing in your area. You have to go to jam nights. You have to go to open mic nights. You have to be proactive about getting a gig, especially if you want a gig that pays. There's lots of free gigs out there. There's lots of people looking to take advantage of live musicians. So be very aware of that. And, oh, here's a really good piece of advice. I'm sorry it's at the end of this video because it's probably one of the better things I'm going to tell you. Always go for the door deal. If you think that you are going to draw some people and the club is like, we'll give you $100 or 100% of the door, just take the door deal. 9 out of 10 times, just take the door deal. You're most likely you will make that $100 anyway, that minimum $100, but then you make anything over that. You know what I mean? So always take the door deal. Don't take, little guarantees. Don't even bother. Take the door deal. That's really some very good advice. I think that's it. As always, I'm going to be part of the comments below. And definitely, we've been talking about this on my Facebook page a lot. There's so many different variables to it. But definitely check out indiebible.com because that thing is awesome and I love it. Craigslist, obviously a great thing. But definitely just put yourselves out there. Get out there. Be part of your local music scene. Have fun. Drink beer, whiskey, and rock out. You know what I'm talking about? All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.